What? Nobody's on? Where are the virtual people? Nobody's on.
Maybe they think it's a holiday.
No. Oh, there we go. There's Catherine. Hi, Catherine.
Hi,
We're just getting set up.
that's okay. We have a foot of snow here last night.
Where are you?
Ontario,
Oh, yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, huge swath went across.
Yeah.
I know my dad got it in New Jersey and yeah,
Yeah,
we didn't get any down here, but we got tornadoes.
I heard that in Fort Myers.
Crazy weather. There was one actually that touched down. It crossed over 41 at Collier by Lely. Yeah.
Oh my,
Yeah, you guys were, you did, yeah. Well, we did too, yeah. Mhm. I know. I
crazy
know.
weather.
Yes. Well, it's the full moon, you know. So full moon and Mercury is in retrograde. Do as much meditating as possible.
While my husband snowplows.
What can I, why is this not- Okay. Catherine, you might be the only one on.
Oh, yeah.
Find my moon flow. It's moon flow. Yeah, we did. Tonight at 6:48 or something. Yes. Go bathe in the moon. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I will. I will. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I feel like saying Happy New Year, but we were together last week. How is it mid-January already? All right, well, we are coming together under the full moon, full tonight at 6:48. So, and Mercury is in retrograde. So it switched from Venus to Mercury, which means do as much quiet reflection and meditation and not talking to people for the next like 2 weeks. Because you just never know what might pop out of your mouth. You might say something and be like, what? Or if you like start dropping things, you know, and just, yeah, just know that, you know, you can blame it on something else. So let's start. So it's interesting because I thought about a theme for today and then realizing it was a full moon. So I was like, wow, that kind of went hand in hand. So tune in instead of tune out. Right? You can feel whatever you want. But you know, often we say tune out the noise, right? But it's not really that, is it? It's tuning in to inside and tuning into your authentic self and your higher self. So let's start closing our eyes. Take a nice deep inhale through both nostrils. Exhale it out. Another deep inhale through both nostrils. This time, hold it at the top. And then exhale slowly. And then we'll just find a natural breath. So the astrologers out there say that this first full moon of 2022 carries a lot of emotions, a lot of energy. The first full moon of the year arrives in sensitive, creative Cancer. And under the moonbeams of this Cancer full moon, the floodgates may burst open. They offer these 6 ways to tap into the power of this first full moon. 1, let your heart wants what it wants. 2, strengthen your roots. So you might feel a greater connection to the home, family, your foundations this month. They say, call your mother or a mother figure. Anyone who is that nurturing figure for you to connect, write a letter, call, just make that connection, or maybe it's a special ancestor to connect with in your thoughts. Next is monitor your moods. So as I said, spend some time in quiet space, find some quiet space this month. Tap into your heart. 5, reset your home to clear your mind. So maybe a little redecoration, maybe burn some sage, anything that helps to clear your space. And then the 6 is possibly take on a new role. So break a pattern that you've fallen into. This full moon wants us to shake it up. So with so much relating to the heart, and bring your hands into prayer to your heart center. Instead of tuning out the noise, tune in to what's inside. Set an intention for your practice, something that helps to nurture your heart. Really take a moment here to visualize what your heart might look like, what color might come into your view. And how you plan to nurture it this month. Pick one thing, one attainable thing that you can do to nurture your heart. And as it mentioned, to connect with our, excuse me, with our roots, dedicate your practice now to that person that provided nurturing for you. Maybe expand that. Maybe include Mother Nature in that dedication, how she nurtures all of us to be able to exist here. And then let's open with the sound of Om. So take a full inhale, exhale it out. Inhale. Let the hands float down to your knees. And just keep the eyes closed for another moment. And just feel any sensations that quieting the mind, doing that Om may have stirred up. And then we'll move right into a pranayama. So place one hand on your low belly, place another hand on your heart, spread your fingers so your pinkies are facing down, your thumbs are pointing up. Take a full inhale and exhale it out. Inhale to the count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Last round on your own. And releasing that breath, return to a natural inhale and exhale through both nostrils. And let's practice the Ujjayi breath so that we can find that to do during our practice. So open the eyes for a moment. Take an inhale. On your exhale, say ha. Take another inhale. This time, close your mouth and say ha. So placing that helps to place a constriction in the back of your throat. And that's the breath, the Ujjayi breath, the breath of victory that you want to try and maintain during your practice as you move through asanas. So if it helps to close your eyes for a moment, take another inhale. Might sound like the waves, an ocean sound. If you're a Star Wars fan, maybe Darth Vader. We need the dark to bring in the light. It's not bad to think about Darth Vader. So this undulating sound really helps to create a rhythm for our practice. So continue that breath and begin to move yourself in a child's pose. Child's pose is a wonderful way to really connect with that Ujjayi breath, because you feel your exhales and your inhales so close to the mat, to the earth. So finding child's pose, recommend a wide-legged child's pose to start, where you separate your knees and bring your toes together. If your hips aren't reaching all the way back to your heels, that's okay. If you plan to develop your practice, I recommend a blanket or a towel to bring to class each week. And that blanket can be rolled up and placed in between your calves and your thighs, backs of your thighs, to help make this pose more accessible. So really feel the breath move from your low belly to the crown of the head. So to honor the moon today, the full moon, we'll do our moon salutation. which is more of a cooling practice versus heating ourselves up with sun salutation. So take another full inhale. On your exhale, straighten your elbows. Lift up a little bit on your inhale and then slide the right arm under the left and bring your right side of your face to the mat. Keeping that left arm extended, feeling that stretch on the right side, in our shoulder. Also a little extension for the left side with that left arm extended. Maybe spread the fingers and pressing the palm into the mat, maybe pull back a little bit. Feel like you're energetically pulling your mat towards you. And then inhale, lifting up enough to bring that right arm out in front. And then slide the left arm under the right, bringing that left side of your face to the mat. Now feeling that side stretch on the left. Keeping the right finger spread, that palm pushing into the mat, maybe energetically pulling the mat toward you. And then inhale, slide that left arm back out in front of you and lift up to tabletop. Find hands and knees where you're stacking your shoulders in line with your elbows and your wrists. Spread the fingers. Draw your belly in so the navel is moving toward the spine, feeling that engagement in the abdominals and your core. And then on an inhale, lift the crown of your head, lift your tailbone. Don't let your belly sag, keep it engaged. And then exhale into cat pose. Rounding the spine, tucking your chin to your chest. Inhale, lengthen your spine, open across the heart. And exhale into cat, tucking the tailbone. Inhale, a couple more of these, moving with your breath, using that Ujjayi breath. Finding some rhythm with our breath and movement. And then after cat, find neutral spine. Extend the right leg back, come on your toes and let your heel drop down, stretching the back of that right leg. And now inhale, rock forward, rock back, feeling that stretch in the foot and the arch. Do it a couple times, and then on your next inhale, lifting that right leg up for spinal balance. So level out your hips. When you feel steady, lift that left arm up by the ear, turning the palm in. Helps to rotate the shoulder. You can just have the leg lifted if the left arm is too much. Take it one step at a time. So if you have both lifted, lengthen through your heel. Lengthen through your fingertips. Find neutral spine. So if you feel like an aura, nice adjustments, everyone. Drawing the belly in, and then drop the left hand, take that right leg across the left. Keep your shoulders squared, and now look over your left shoulder. Find your big toe with your gaze. Stretching that right side. Breathing in and breathing out. And then inhale, lift it up through center and take it out over to the right. Like it. Plant that right foot and then lift the right arm up, opening the chest, making a nice line of energy from the left hand across the open chest, out through the right fingertips, pressing into that right foot.
and lower down. Come back to tabletop, other side. So extend the left leg back. Come on your toes to start and drop that left heel down. Get that stretch for the back of the left leg. Rock forward and rock back. Rock forward, rock back. And then on this inhale, lift that left leg. Draw the belly in, find a neutral spine, push through that left heel, inhale, right arm up by the ear. So the gaze is looking down so that your neck is an extension of your spine. Everything's getting really long, lengthened through the right fingertips, push through that left heel. Lower the right hand, take that left foot across the right in the back. Keep your shoulders squared. And then gaze looking over that right shoulder, finding your big toe, maybe. Stretching this whole left side, maybe feeling it in the right hip flexor as well. And then on the next inhale, lifting that left leg, swinging it out to the side, plant that left foot, push into the right hand, take that left arm up, open the chest. So when we do heart openers, on your inhale, draw in gratitude, draw in compassion, inviting more of all that into the heart space. One more full inhale, and then exhale, lowering that left hand down, bring that left knee in back to tabletop, and then just make some circles here. So rock a little forward, take the hips over to the right, back towards your heels, circling around. So make this organic. Make this yours. So if there's a side, if there's an area you feel that needs a little bit more attention, stay there and rock it out a little bit. When you've done 3 circles, one direction, reverse it. So part of tuning in is honoring your body and what you need and not trying to compare to what the neighbor's doing. Come back to neutral and then tuck your toes under. Lift your knees and your shins so that you're kind of squatting, if you will. Use your core, engage your core here. And now push your low belly to your thighs. So you're in this extended squat and then slowly straighten the legs, coming into downward dog. Pedal out your downward dog. Dropping one heel and bending the knee of the other leg. Just finding a little movement here. And then lift both heels up, coming up on your toes. Bend your knees a little bit. And now tilt your tailbone up toward the ceiling. And now straighten the legs again. Let the heels drop to where they naturally will drop to. Come up on your toes again. Bend your knees a little bit. Tilt your tailbone up toward the ceiling, getting a little bit more extension. Straighten the legs. Let the heels drop. Look between your hands, walk one footprint at a time up to the top of your mat. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Find a flat back here. Find the engagement in your navel, drawing the navel up. So finding a flat back, flat back, your fingertips may come to right by your knees. So you're trying to get long here from your tailbone, then up the spine and out to the crown of the head. And now lift your arms up. So you're making a T. So your core is working right now. So not flying. Robin's gonna take flight.
What am I gonna do here? Am I flying?
Sue's flying too.
We're flying. I follow. Wherever it goes.
Peggy's flying with you. So try and make a T with your arms, fingers straight out. So lower your arms a little bit, Peggy and Sue. Yep.
Sorry, honey.
And yeah, and then, yeah. So as if I can bring a tray around to your back and it wouldn't fall off. Beautiful.
Don't try
And
it.
now press into your feet, lift with a flat back, feel that core working. Take the arms overhead. Bring the hands to your heart center. Find Tadasana. Mountain pose. Look down, make sure your feet are in line with your hips, so not too far apart. You want some nice symmetry as you look down. And then inhale, take the arms overhead and interlace your fingers. Extend the index fingers pointing straight up. So find some length here, but check in with your shoulders. If your shoulders are scrunching up to your ears, drop them down. Draw the belly in and lengthen on your inhale. Exhale, side bend to the left. Stretching that right side. Inhale through center, side bend to the right. Inhale through center, side bend to the left. Inhale through center, side bend to the right. 2 more times. Over to stretch this right side and the left side. And then come to center, sweep your arms behind you, interlace your fingers, extending the arms. If the shoulders are real tight and you're not able to straighten the arms, you can bring your knuckles to your sacrum. But it's about drawing the shoulder blades toward each other and down the back. Drop your chin to your chest, 5 full breaths. Maybe even close your eyes and recall your intention. Opening up across the heart. This is one of our heart openers that really helps to stretch the muscles that get real tight in the chest. 1 more full inhale and exhale, release. Roll out the shoulders a few times one direction, then reverse it. And then bring your hands, fingertips to your shoulders. Bring the elbows in close. And then reverse that. Oh, it's good. And then just shake it out. Shake out the arms. Take them a little higher, overhead. And back down. So we're gonna do the moon salutation now. We're gonna face the TV wall. So take a big step back with your left foot. I'll see where I can position myself, Catherine. I'm gonna turn the computer for you. And only do it once a month. So we've got our feet wide and turn the toes out. So starting in star pose, arms come up in a wide V, spread the fingers, draw the belly in, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus arms, bend the knees, goddess pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, goddess pose, holding here. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, Exhale, 5, lengthen. Lower the arms, turn the right toes to the mirrors. Left toes come in a little bit more, setting up for triangle. So I highly recommend grabbing one of your blocks, put it in your right hand, short end into your palm. Bring the arms up shoulder height. Find some length with your arms here. Shift your left hip. Reach for the mirrors with your block. Lower that right block down to the floor inside your right ankle. Lift the left arm straight up, triangle pose. So triangle, our legs are extended. Wow, beautiful. Utthita Trikonasana. So another heart opener, but also moving the energy up from our root, from our feet. One more full inhale and exhale, lifting back up. Bring the arms shoulder height again, and now bend that right knee. So extended side angle. So options, you can bring your left forearm to your right, your right forearm to your right thigh, turning the palm up. And then the left arm comes close to the ear. Or you can lower that right hand to your block at any height. Should be on the inside of that knee, maybe even the elbow is pushing against the knee. So that right knee, see where your edge is. Bending that right knee. Beautiful. And now we're going to spiral the left hand down, pivot that back foot coming to low lunge. So bending that right knee to a 90-degree angle. So find your low lunge. You can grab your other block if you want. Place it on either side of your right foot. Beautiful. If your knee is going past your toe, bring it back to a 90-degree angle. So low lunge, and now drop that left knee on Jnanasana. Sweeping the arms up by the ears. 5 full breaths here. So make little micro adjustments. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Feel your arms lifting. Feel your breath filling up your torso, your rib cage. Beautiful. Shoulders are nicely stacked with your hips. Last full inhale and exhale. Half Hanumanasana. So shift your hips back. So your left hip, straight line with your left knee, and then come up on your right heel. Flex that foot. So blocks are really good here underneath the shoulders. So either at the highest or middle. So you're working toward, and again, take it in steps. So if this is where you are right now, then be in that moment. If you have a little bit space to hinge forward, start to move toward that. The full expression of the pose would be bringing the forehead down toward that right leg. But finding your edge, tuning in to where you are. Rose, flex that right foot a little bit more. Yeah. So keep flexing that right foot. You'll really feel the stretch in your hamstring when you do that. Everyone lower the toes to the mat, get a stretch in that top part of your foot. I didn't know you had some muscles there. And then lift the toes back up. All right, rock forward on that right foot. Lift the left leg back up to low lunge, and then begin to walk your hands to center, turning your feet, setting up for wide-legged forward fold. So turn your toes in toward each other. So you feel a little pigeon-toed. Draw your navel in, come up on your fingertips. So you have a flat back here to start. And then again, find your edge. This might be where you stay. You can place a block under your hands. Or maybe begin to lower, hinging at the hips, bringing the head down toward the floor. Hands come maybe in between your feet. Or you might reach your arms all the way through, turning your fingers to face the back wall. If you're putting the arms through, have the palms down. Yeah. And then begin to lift up. We're going to walk now to the left side. So start turning the left toes to the windows. Come into your low lunge on this side. So turn the right foot as well. Bend that left knee to a 90-degree angle. Grab your blocks. Place them on either side of that left foot. So finding your low lunge here, 90-degree angle with the left knee. Full extension in that right leg. And now drop the right knee down. Find stability here. Draw the hips toward the midline as you sweep the arms up by the ears for Anjaneyasana. So making those, as long as you're doing the other side, those little micro adjustments. So shoulders soften. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other and down the back. Feel the breath filling up the whole rib cage. And now half Hanumanasana. So bring the hands down. It's nice to use blocks on either side, so right under your shoulders. And now shift your hips back. So your right hip is in line with your right knee. Come up on your left heel. Flex that left foot. So find your edge on this side. It might be lifted. It might be hands on blocks. Or maybe start to hinge forward. Keep that length in your spine as you lower toward that left leg. Breathe in, big stretch for your hamstring. If you feel like you're sitting back in your seat where that right hip isn't in line with your knee, just shimmy that left foot forward a little bit. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Bring those toes down to the mat. Get that stretch for the top of the foot for a breath. And now flex that foot again. Rock forward onto the left foot. Tuck the right toes under. Lift to low lunge. Here's the only real tricky part. We're going to transition to extended side angle. So drop that right heel down and turn your hips to face the TV wall. As you come up with the left knee bent, side angle. So left forearm drops to left thigh, turn the palm up, right arm comes up by the ear, or hand to a block inside of that left knee, and keep the left toes facing forward. Yeah. And it's not about how low you're going. It's more about getting that opening for the hips. And pull your just under. And then try and bring that right arm a little closer to your ear. So you feel a line of energy from the right foot out through those right fingers. And now on your inhale, lifting up to standing and straightening both legs, setting up for triangle. Bring the arms to a T. So extending out from the shoulders. Both legs are straight. You can grab your block, put your block in your left hand. And then shift your right hip, reach forward with the block to the windows to get that length. And then lower the left hand down, right arm comes straight out, triangle pose. So when we're in triangle, we're pressing equally in feet. We're trying to rotate the upper hip toward the ceiling. We're opening the heart. Feel that line of energy from the left hand up out through the right. Triangle pose. And then inhale, lifting back up. Face the TV wall. Turn the toes out, coming to star pose. Fingers spread, lengthen down through your tailbone. Inhale, exhale, goddess. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess, and hold for 5. Knees in line with toes. If you feel like your sit bones, your butt sticking out, lengthen down through your tailbone. Beautiful. And then inhale, lengthen, lower the arms, heel toe your feet together. Find Tadasana at the top of your mat, facing the mirrors again. Close your eyes and tune in to that moon salutation, the energy from the moon. So picturing the moonbeams, that light just shining into the heart. Bring your hands to your heart center, a little balance here, come up on your tiptoes. Find a drishti in front of you to help you find steadiness on your toes. We're going to lower to tiptoe squat, so begin to bend the knees, staying up on your toes. Imagine there's a wall behind your back that you're sliding down. You can come all the way to bringing your seat to your heels and resting on your heels, or for a little bit more engagement in the thighs, lift up off your seat. Keep eyeing that drishti in front of you. And then everyone lower down all the way to your seat. Extend your legs out in front of you. Shake them out a little bit, rock forward, move the flesh away from your sit bones, and sit up nice and tall. Draw the right knee into your chest, place it over the left, right hand behind the sit bone, and then inhale, left arm up, finding length, and then moving into the twist. Left elbow hooking with that right knee. Looking over the right shoulder. Keep that left foot flexed, that left leg active. Pressing into the toe ball mound of that right foot. On your exhale, come through center, twist to the left for a little counter twist. And then come to center, just let that right knee drop down. Flex the right foot, have that right ankle bone resting on the left thigh. So sit up nice and tall here, flex that left foot. Get some length with your right hand. See if you can just press that right knee down a little bit. Feel that stretch in the right hip. And now bring your hands behind you. Bend your elbows, lean back, slide the left heel towards you, bringing that right shin and calf towards you. This might be where you stay, or maybe try straightening the elbows. And feel your chest lifting. So try not to have rounded shoulders here. Lift, lengthen the spine. And if that's not comfortable to have the fingers pointing towards you, if it's better to turn them out, whichever way works better for you. And then slide that left leg out, release the right, shake out the legs. Feels good, right? Windshield wiper the feet side to side. Left side, bring that left knee into your chest. Keep this right leg active, right foot flex. Take the left foot over the right leg. Left hand behind the sit bone and then inhale, right arm up. Get that length first, twist from the navel up. Hooking that right elbow to left knee. Pressing into the toe ball mound of the left foot. So when you press into that, hopefully you feel a little bit more space for the twist. Looking over that left shoulder as far as what's comfortable for your neck. On your exhale, come through center, counter twist to the right. And then we'll drop that left knee down, resting the ankle bone on the right thigh. Just take a moment, press your left hand just to open that hip a little bit. And then this time, if you didn't switch your hands, have your fingers out this time. Bend your elbows, lean back, slide the right heel toward you. Keep that left foot flexed. And then finding your edge on this side might be different than the other side. One side's usually a little bit more open than the other. So trying to keep that shin parallel with the ceiling. Lifting the chest a little. And then exhale, slide that right leg out, release the left, shake it out again. And then coming onto your backs. Grab your block and place it in between your thighs for bridge pose. So feet are planted on the mat. And bring your heels back so that you can reach your heel with your longest finger. Having the block between your thighs helps keep your knees in line with your hips and feet as well. You don't want your feet to be out wide. Feet, knees, all in line with hips. Press into your feet. Have the thighs engage with the block as you lift your hips. Keep your gaze and your nose facing the ceiling as you continue to lift the middle of your back. So working the chest toward the chin. And breathe. When you find your edge here, then find full breaths, breathing from the low belly.
up to the collarbone and back down. On your next exhale, lower one vertebrae at a time. We'll do one more bridge just like that. So keeping the block where it is. On your inhale, lifting up the hips. After your fifth breath, lower down one vertebrae at a time. Remove the block, hug the knees into the chest. Lower the feet back down to the mat. Lift your hips just an inch and shift them to the right a couple of inches. And then lower the back down. Hug the knees into your chest. They should be on a bit of a slant, and then lower them down to the left, coming into our revolved abdomen twist. Extend the right arm straight out from the shoulder. Left hand can rest either on top of the right knee, or it can also just extend from the shoulder onto the floor. Gaze can either be looking straight up or turning the head and looking out over the right arm. Finding a full breath here, even though we have that constriction. So our revolved abdomen twists really help to get toxins out of our body. We're wringing out our intestines. One more full breath. And then lifting the knees back to center, lower the feet to the mat and neutralize your spine. So come back to neutral. Same adjustment for the other side. Press into the feet, lift your hips an inch, shift them to the left. Then lower back down and hug the knees into your chest. Let them drop down to the right. Left arm extends straight out from your shoulder. Right hand rests on top of the knee or also extends. And then gaze can look out over the left arm or straight up. So one of the ways that we can connect with our roots, honoring that strong foundation in our lives, is to help our loved ones remove obstacles. So on your inhale, picture a loved one. On your exhale, try and remove an obstacle for them. Bring the knees back to center, lower the feet to the mat, neutralize your spine. And we're going to do an IT stretch here. So slide the right foot behind the left heel. Reach down with your left hand for that right foot and wrap your hand around the top of the right foot. And now pull it through a little bit as that right knee drops down toward the mat. And then float the right arm overhead. So you're making a nice line.
on that right side. If you turn your gaze up a little bit, you see that right thigh, that right knee should be pointing toward the mirror. Try and let that right shoulder relax by tucking it under. Lower that right arm, release the right foot, slide it back out. Other side, so slide that left foot behind the right heel. Reach down with your right hand, wrap it around the top of that left foot. Slowly lower that left knee, bringing that left foot through as much as whatever's comfortable for you. Left arm floats overhead. This little asana pose might tell you which side you favor more. The IT band is especially tight on one side or the other. That's a good indication of which side you use more. So Robin, you can float that arm overhead. So it comes down to the floor, yeah. And then release the arm back down, release the foot, and hug the knees into your chest. Just rock from side to side, massaging out the sacrum. And now draw the knees in a little closer, lift your forehead up to your knees, making a tight yogi ball, make everything tight. Squeeze, even scrunch your face up. And release. Release the head down to the mat, slide one foot out, one leg out, and then the other. Lift your chin up to your chest, take a look down, separate your legs so your feet are wider and more in line with your shoulders. And then let your head drop back down, press through your heels to lengthen the legs, relaxing the hips. Let the feet flop out to the side. Bring the arms alongside your body, palms face up. Move them away from your body about 45 degrees. So doing these little adjustments helps us to be able to relax on our back for Shavasana. If you have any sort of covering, you're welcome to lay it on you for warmth. This is where a blanket or a towel also comes in handy. If you feel like your low back just can't release down to the mat, sometimes placing blocks under the knees helps. And once again, tune in. So try not to tune out distractions, but tune in to what's inside. Tune in to your heart, lying wide open here in Shavasana. Visualize the color of your heart. Maybe it's different than when you did it at the start. This beautiful music for Shavasana is called Finding Your Center. Relax your jaw, let the tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth.
Feel the strength and support of Mother Earth as you surrender. Letting go of tension, any clenching. Begin to deepen your breath. Invite small movements back in, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Circling wrists and ankles. Maybe inhale the arms overhead, take a nice long stretch. Drawing the knees into the chest and rolling onto your right side. And pausing there for a few breaths. Full moons give us an opportunity to let go of things that no longer serve us. Using this new lunar cycle to clear them out. And using the breath to help you do that. So anytime this month where you feel that you just need to quiet the mind. Sorry.
Just sit and breathe, lifting up to a seat. Keeping the eyes closed or at a soft gaze. Bringing the hands to heart center. And take a moment to thank yourself for coming onto your mat, for bringing this practice of yoga into your life. Know wherever you are on the journey is the right place. The light in me serves and honors the light in all of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to lead you in your practice. Sealing the practice with one Om. Take a full inhale. Exhale it all the way out. And then inhale. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Happy Martin Luther King Day to you. Yeah. Full moon, that couldn't even get a quote in from MLK. Too much. Is it starting tomorrow? February. She and I are meeting today, the first week of February. So starting first week of February, Sue, who teaches tomorrow the Chi Yoga, she's needing to have a surgical procedure done. So she's going to be out for at least 4 weeks, but probably 6. So I'm going to sub for her class. So Tuesdays in February, except for the Tuesday of President's Week, because I'm out of town. So I will sub her, and we thought, I don't know, I'm not trained in the chi work that she does, that energy release. So I thought that we would make it more of a flow class, where this one is more gentle basics, and the Tuesdays, if you're game for that, but certainly open to, yeah, Catherine's giving a thumbs up. So what time does Sue do? That's fine. I could do 9 on Mondays, just works better because of what I have the rest of the day, but I could do 9:30. I could do her time. Yeah, that's great. That's not. And do more like a mixed level club. You'll be here or no? I work Tuesdays. Yeah. Right. I know Sue's just not as comfortable with Zoom as I was. So she but I'd be happy to do it on Zoom on Tuesdays when I sub. All right, Catherine. I know she started with Zoom, but then I think she's asked to not do anymore. Catherine, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.